Christmas next year.
No.
Shannon and I had to go for a tree thing, talk to him, the excessive lawn enforcement stuff. They it's the guy next to him. He's kind of on board. He said he just wants to double check his wind, make sure he like, because the guy with the lawns has a big one kind of close by.
Yeah. Yeah. Pick up being in a walk through the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be
Crazy.
snow must be
They got stuff.
okay.
They got stuff.
They got stuff.
Okay. Stuff.
This one's on there. That's plan purchase for that.
For the
Yeah, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
We always like.
Yeah.
We bought it from Ludington. It's like, well, we should get it from the He's like, 2 weeks, right? I got 2 weeks, I got 2 seconds, so we'll all go to space, but anything I told you to do now, right? And my mom's like, take care of things around. Yes, you did. Okay, so he's got a 35 signs all about the lake, like on the lake, life. He's like, I'm not gonna hang everyone. The one wall. 6 point across.
Oh my gosh.
I'll get it.
How you doing? Oh, were you? Was it nice up there? So you were out in shorts and a tank top?
Barefoot?
Nice. Yeah, and it's like a wake up call. What? It's insane. I was in Huntsville, Alabama, probably about it was about 6 years ago in January, and I was there for work, and they closed the base down for fear of snow. So everything shut down, and they got like this much snow, and I'm like, okay, we're like trapped in this hotel. So I go to my neighbor across the hall who's going to the same meetings I am. I'm like, I'm running to Target. I'm out of wine and I'm out of chocolate. Yeah, she's like, you can drive in this? I'm like, oh my God, give me my room key and scraping the windows and we're going to Target. Yes, I can drive in this. It was nuts. Yeah, they closed the military base down for 2 days for like an ounce of snow. Pardon? Yeah. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's so pretty up there. You're ready to go. 45 days. Oh, yeah.
Hey, buddy. We do.
Yeah.
All the others.
Oh, there was.
Yeah.
Was probably. My mail's just for me.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order. Stand and say the allegiance. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Members are present except for Sherry Moore. We need an approval of tonight's agenda.
With the
With the amendment.
Yes.
Okay, I will, approve tonight's agenda with the removal of number 7, presentation from Good Times and Goodrich. And also letter D under new business, the adopt resolution for approving the amendment to the Genesee County Solid Waste Management Plan, to postpone those.
I will support.
We have a motion and support to approve the agenda as submitted with the omission of item number 7, which is a presentation from Good Times and Goodrich. And under new business, item D, adopt resolution to amend the Genesee County Solid Waste Management Plan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Excited to hear about.
The meeting minutes are in your packet.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from regular council meeting July 10th, 2023.
I'll support.
We have a motion in support to approve the regular minutes from our July 10th, 2023 meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Approval of accounts.
I'll make a motion, for the approval of accounts. The treasurer's report, are we doing these individually?
Let's go individual.
The treasurer's report, for July 2023, dated Monday, August 14th, 2023.
We have a motion in support to accept the treasurer's report dated August 14th, 2023. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Payments and transfers is also in your packet.
I'll make a motion to approve the payments and transfers for checks dated 7/1/2023 to 7/31/2023.
I'll support. We have a motion in support to accept the bills and transfers dated from July 1st, 2023 to July 31st, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. At this time, we have public comment. We ask that you be professional and timely. We'd like to keep your comments to 3 minutes. Comments are exactly that. They're comments. Do not expect an immediate response from council. If a response is expected, please include your name and your preferred method of contacting you, and we will definitely answer your questions. So does anyone Yes, ma'am.
Really how
Oh,
we're going
sorry.
now. I brought the pictometry overview of the property on Eagle Road, so I didn't know, I didn't want to be out of order, but I can bring that up.
We have that in our packet.
Okay. That's all. Thank you so much.
Susan Simeon, 7450 Fairview Drive. Property butts up to the property that's in question. My husband and I are both against having a fire hall put there. One of the reasons excessive noise, trees would be cut down, destroy the natural habitat for the wildlife, and disturbance of the creek that runs through the property. I didn't know if the attorney for the village has been contacted on this to see if it's even allowed. It's also zoned low density residential, so that would be something to, look into on that. And what is the reason that Atlas Township wants to purchase this land when they have property at their town hall that they can use to build something there? And, the village gets, other than reimbursed for what we purchased for the property, when, if Atlas buys it, we get nothing other than the 8,000 or whatever. So what do we gain from this?
Anybody else? Okay, at this time, I will close public comments and move on to administrative.
I provided a copy of the Genesee County Home Improvement and Urgent Repair Program, which provides qualified homeowners with a deferred payment loan to make needed improvements to their homes without monthly payments. Improvements are based on HUD Section 8 minimum housing quality standards designed to result in the home being decent, safe, and sanitary. Repairs can include roofing, windows, furnaces, wells, electrical, plumbing repairs, and more. The loan is a deferred payment loan, which requires no monthly interest or principal payments. Payback is required when the owner no longer lives in the home or refinances the property for cash out. There is a list of who is eligible, and this information will be available to the public in the foyer of the village municipal building, and it will be available on our website under links and resources. The village was able to purchase 74, I'm very proud of this, emergency weather radios through the community development block grant funding provided through HUD. The radios are powered via hand crank and solar. They also have an emergency flashlight and a hookup to charge cell phone. The total cost for the 74 radios was $998.26, of which CDBG will be reimbursing the village $996 even, which was our senior allotment for this year. Total cost for the village was $2.26. Yeah, thank you. And it was great. Yeah, it's great. The work on Hawthorne Ridge subdivision streets will begin the last week of September and finish out the first week of October. It's projected to take about 2 weeks. They've been over there walking it, the DPW along with Wade Trim, and they've been marking things and things that need to be done. So it's coming. So you already spoke on there's copies of the meetings rules and conducts that this village approved, and there's copies that are on that back table if anybody needs a copy of it. And that's it for me.
Yeah, it's not review, but it's 3 years straight. And it gives us a report.
But we got through good times at Goodrich. They were pretty busy down park, getting that ready. They mowed and trimmed all the weeds somewhere. Or even that one particular area.
All over the village, that's our properties, along the roads and right of ways and stuff.
Painted stop bars and crosswalks, trimmed tree branches, painted parking spaces downtown. And the catch basin on Hawthorne is done.
The question was last meeting we approved just that soft. Did it happen?
It did,
It did.
yes.
Great. I did that.
When we got into code enforcement, and you see
The two issues, the one that's on Oak and Pine, have been taken care of without having to go to court. They were nearing a court date, very close to a court date, but everything was brought under back into code, and we're good right now.
Item number D is the building department activity report for July not gonna review that as for your information. Same thing with the fire department activity report is also in your packet for your review. And item number F, the sheriff's department activity report is also, in your packet.
I just wanted to point out that Tracy also provided you guys with, 4 years of that, that you had asked for, Keith, so I wanted you to see that. Okay.
All right, moving on to unfinished business, we have no unfinished business at the moment, so we will move on to new business. The first order of business is, to consider, the recommendation from the planning commission, for Matthew Montgomery, Michigan Motor Sales petition for conditional use and support his application to the state of Michigan for a Class B dealer's license located at 7285 South State Road, Goodrich, Michigan, 48438. Planning commission met today at 5 o'clock, and we had the public hearing. We had nobody in the audience that was opposed to the conditional use, and we allowed the conditional use for up to 20 trailers and up to 5 vehicles. These vehicles will be parked on the side of property. South side.
Was I correct that it's building next to Brown's, that it's the one that used to be the painting place?
Yeah.
So are you here? Okay. Did you purchase that place? You renting it?
Keith,
Yes, that's okay.
here you.
Okay, yeah, so that's where it's gonna be. Love the letter. Very informative. So, I'll make a motion to approve the request from Matthew Montgomery for Michigan Motor Sales for conditional use and support his application to the state of Michigan for Class B dealer's license location at 7285 South State Road, Goodrich, Michigan, 48438. Support.
Wait, I'm sorry. Need you to amend it.
What's it's not amended, just add the specifics.
The conditional use is up to
Oh.
20 trailers, 5 motor vehicles.
Recanting, and I'm going to make a motion to approve the request from Matthew Montgomery for Michigan Motor Sales for a conditional use to have up to 20 trailers and 5 motor vehicles and submit his application to the state of Michigan for Class B dealer's license location at 7285 South State Road, Goodrich, Michigan, 48438.
I'll
Support.
Here's the motion and support. To approve, the conditional use, from Matthew Montgomery Michigan Motor Sales petition, for conditional use and support his application to the state of Michigan for a Class B dealer's license located at 7285 South State Road, Goodrich, Michigan, 48438, on the condition that it is up to 20 trailers, and up to 5 motor vehicles. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number B, consider request from Atlas Township to purchase village-owned vacant lot located on East Eagle Road, parcel 02-15-400-044 for future fire hall location.
Personally, I would just like to put out there that when we did obtain this property, I felt amongst council and anybody that was here that evening, it was purchased with the intent of future recreational use. It's not a huge piece of property, but we thought even in 15-20 years, maybe down the road, it could be a park of some kind. It could be something where it still keeps a little bit of nature, a little bit of the recreational side of things. Personally, I don't love the idea of fire trucks right there and Eagle in the 25-mile-an-hour zone and turns and everything right there. So I do oppose this idea.
I've talked to people, about this. And, the general consensus of the people that I've talked to along Eagle Road, and in my subdivision, which would be close to this. It was more nays than yays, so I would rather see it be recreation. I'd rather see it, I mean, property in the village is hard to come by. We're getting kind of choked out of property. And I'd like to see it remain village property. And like Melissa said, maybe recreation or something other than a fire department.
I was on council when we, purchased this property. Our intent when we purchased it was, to obtain a piece of property that could be used for village residents sometime down the road. We didn't have a designated purpose for it then. We don't have a designated purpose for it now. But the thought was if we ever needed another location, maybe to house additional DPW equipment or something like that, or potentially down the road as a park, we would have a piece of property that the village could utilize. I don't, no disrespect, but I don't think that, you know, we didn't purchase the property just to basically give it away. Property continues to get scarcer and scarcer as time goes on, and communities expand and develop. Land becomes less and less scarce. Land also becomes more expensive over time. And right now, that piece of property is not costing us a penny right now. And even if we don't do anything with that piece of property for the next 20, even 30 years, it's a piece of property that we have, that we can utilize someday. So I am opposed to selling the property. So
With that, then I will make a motion to deny the request from Atlas Township to purchase village-owned vacant lot located on East Eagle Road, parcel 0215400044 for future fire hall location.
support. We have a motion and support to deny the request from Atlas Township to purchase village-owned vacant lot located on the East Eagle Road, parcel 02-15-400-044 for future fire hall location. Moving on, item number C.
No, you need a vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item number C is the designation for the village representative and alternate to the Michigan Municipal League.
I'll volunteer to be a representative.
I'll volunteer to do the alternate.
I would like to make a motion to designate Councilwoman McCafferty as our village representative and Councilman Calverley as our alternate to the Michigan Municipal League.
I'll support that. We have a motion and support to designate Shannon McCafferty and Chris Hill. The Michigan Municipal League as an alternate. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next order of business is public comments. We ask again that you keep your comments to about 3 minutes, and comments are just that, comments. If a response is expected, please state your name and your preferred method of contacting me. We will get back. Yes, ma'am.
Really Councilman Jones, Atlas Township. I guess for me, I'm a little bit disappointed that nobody from the council reached out to me through the township to ask why we were looking at that as a potential site. because we know that within 5 years, we have to have a new fire hall location. And it's there for the public safety, and clearly a fire hall needs to be located as close to your main artery as possible, which is M15. It's for the response time, but also for the personnel, the firefighters, to be able to get to the fire hall quickly. You're correct, we did purchase the 3 acres next to the township for future use. But it just puts us that much further away, and that's where all the firefighters have to drive to come for a fire response or an emergency. The issues we have now at the current location is we are spaced out. The trucks are not getting smaller. The federal and state requirements require larger tankers, larger trucks. And when they cut in on that parcel parking lot, it's tearing up the tires to get in and out of the bays. And they've actually removed as much paraphernalia and equipment out of the bays. So it's really we're looking for something that is going to serve the public as a whole, whether it's the village or the township. And most severe accidents occur along the M15 corridor as well. And they have all the extrication equipment. So that was our purpose in trying to find a piece. We need about 5 acres to currently house the location, and this is like a capital plan for the township for the future.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? At the time, I'll close public comments and move on to council comments.
I did have a council comment. Thank you guys for, Sherry sent me the Consumers Energy Street Grant last month, and I quickly put it to action and went around, seeking spots. There was a lot of ins and outs. It had to be on a public street. It had to be it couldn't be on M15, obviously, because of right of ways. But everything was submitted and they did approve it. So, I have 5 houses that they would be in their yards, but on the public street, and they just have to decide if they want bur oak or crabapple tree. That's what we were given with grants. And then once we have them, we'll pick a date in September, and the homeowners know that they just need to water it and maintain it for the first year. But the DPW is going to help me plant them and plant 5 more trees in the village.
Beautiful.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you for planning.
And to that, I have a council comment. I know, some subdivisions are, potentially looking to have their roads, redone. The planting of the trees would hopefully be out of the easement, so the planting of the trees is not done in vain, where they would have to be dug up. And it would be a waste of a nice grant. So just something to think about, but it is nice to have one tree.
I'll give you a
All right, with that, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll support.
We have a motion support to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.